that we all kind of attach our self-worth to it to a certain extent. But I want to talk quickly about, because I don't want to have to keep you too long, even though I wish I could, the Super Bowl coming up. And I want to talk about a typical example of some of the work that you have done, some of the groundbreaking work that you have done. And it involves the Super Bowl in which the Chiefs were involved previously, the only other Super Bowl. Talk about what happened, because if you go back to the newspaper coverage, the media coverage, that was a huge story when the Chiefs played the Vikings in their only other Super Bowl. What happened?
Well, basically what it came down to was there was a bookmaker, a nationally known bookmaker by the name of Dice Dawson. And he was basically busted right before the Super Bowl. And in his little black book of contacts, one of the prominent names was Len Dawson, who he was no relation to despite sharing the same last name. And it was believed that Len Dawson was working with this Dice Dawson to shave points and alter the outcome of games for gambling purposes. And it became, like you said, it amazingly became a national news story, to the point where before the Super Bowl, Len Dawson had to read a statement written by the NFL to the media, basically denying all knowledge or connection to this gentleman.
And this is the quarterback of the Chiefs, the starting quarterback.
Yeah, right before the Super Bowl, right before Super Bowl IV. And then, of course, as fate or luck or maybe something else would have it, the Chiefs went out, beat the Vikings, and then the story kind of disappeared. But what I found in digging through FBI files, which no one had ever accessed before, is that actually a member of the Chiefs back then in the late 1960s actually alerted the FBI to the fact that he thought members of his team, including Len Dawson, were shaving points.
Wow.
So a member of the team basically ratted them out to the FBI. The FBI went to look into it, and the NFL stepped in because they were friendly with NFL security and the NFL said, look, we'll handle this. Don't worry about it. Just we'll take care of it. And the FBI amazingly